Grand Rising, wonderful souls, and welcome to Bronwen's Cove Tarot. This is a timeless collective reading on what is coming forward. If you are a new face, welcome in. It's really good to have you here. And if you are a returning subscriber, soul family, it's good to have you back. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, and your subscribes. I appreciate them all. I have a GoFundMe down below. It's not for me, it is for an animal sanctuary or an animal rescue in Sri Lanka. It's on the east coast of Sri Lanka. It's the only one there, and the woman who runs it is an absolute angel. She's put her blood, sweat, tears, and her what's the word? Why have I lost the word? Her savings, excuse me. She's also put her savings into it. So everything that she gets from us, it makes such a difference. If you cannot afford to donate, I would love it if you could just share it far and wide, because the more that we share it, the more awareness goes out, the more love comes back in, right? Please know that I have to state that my readings are for entertainment purposes only. Anything that comes up in the areas of law, finance, mental health, or physical health, know that I am not a qualified practitioner in those areas. I don't claim to be. And if anything comes up in this reading that really is confirmation and clarity for you, especially in those areas, please ensure that you are actually reaching out to someone who is qualified in that area, and that you take advice and guidance from them before taking any from me. By watching my videos, you are in agreement that you take responsibility for yourself while watching my videos and after, because we are all adults here. I had in my head no children allowed, but this channel is not for children. If I pick up on pronouns, if I say he, she, they, I'm picking up on energies, not so much genders. It's up to you whether or not you sign a gender. You don't have to. We hold both divine masculine and divine feminine energy. Okay, you can assign a gender, you can swap them around, do whatever it is that is right for you, as long as you are not forcing the story to fit. If it doesn't fit, it just means it's for someone else, and that's okay. I was going to say something else and I can't remember. I think that's it. This is my Lady Belle. She has lost her nose from where I have gripped her face so many times, so she looks like a little boxer. I'm going to be ringing this just to cleanse the air around us. If you have any type of sound sensitivity, just turn down your listening device now, okay? Now, I've got this plant. You can't see it. This plant looks like it's just in the corner, but for me, it's actually blocking my view, so I can't tell, unless I go to the side, how much of my head is being cut off, and I apologise if it's loads. Where do you want me to go? I've got that song, everyone falls in love sometimes. I don't know where you put it in a cry. Everyone falls in love sometimes. I don't know, but I don't even know who sings that. If you know who sings that song, please put it down below. I love that song. It reminds me of like my late teens going into my 20s. I grew up, like, part of my family is black, and I'm biracial, and I grew up listening to a lot of bashment, a lot of reggae, a lot of soca, and I'm getting a lot of these songs coming back up again, because before I sang that, I was singing Take That, Relight My Fire. And how random is that, right? There's something about misspent youth. Why can't I say it properly? Misspent youth. Everyone falls in love sometime. You've got change coming in though when it comes to finances. The frequency of change supports our ability to gracefully dance with the forever changing nature of reality, both inward and outward, so that we can appreciate the sweet release of the old and birth of the new. Now, this is what I mean. This is what's been coming up in a lot of our readings, and not just my readings, but other tarot readers who are tapping into the same portion of the collective on this timeline. There's a lot of old energies that may be resurfacing, and it's not, I don't feel like it's the same as when we have a Mercury retrograde and we have old energies or old patterns come up. It's more to do with being able to look back at this with different set of glasses on, if that makes sense. It's almost like looking back at memories of when you were a teen and being able to look back without a wound that you had before, because that's been healed. So looking back is not reactive. You don't have a, what's the word? A reactive I don't know if that's a word. You're not reactive when you look back. I want to know why it's coming up though, especially with this change and finances. This is why the finances are coming in. This has been said quite a lot, not just on my channel, but on others. You know, this blessing has been waiting to come in for someone here, but it's been delayed or held up, or it's just been floating in the ethers, because your guides, the universe, God, Allah, Vishnu, whoever you see as the oneness of all, was waiting for you to clear out your closet or clear out your wardrobe, of the proverbial old energy that no longer resonates for you, and you couldn't take them where you were going, where this blessing is coming. And I feel like this closet has been now emptied. This wardrobe has been emptied. It has been cleaned out. And that's why there's change here. Someone's talking about this change. And I feel like it's whoever it is that's from the past or this old energy, because it doesn't have to be an ex. It doesn't have to be an ex-friend. It can literally be someone who, for some it's a work colleague, and you don't have to have known them for very long, but they just hold the energy of the past. They're on a different timeline. And it's not to say that they're a bad person. It's just they're on a completely different path to healing than you are. So whoever this is they're looking at the fact that something has changed for you. And it may just be the way that you react to certain things. You have the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel coming out. So this is also the way that you perceive things. I don't know if somebody has become very tapped in with their 3rd eye. Really, not just believing in your intuition, trusting in your intuition. You know, it's like walking down the road. No, I will give you an example. I like to listen to music videos or to really short tarot readings in the morning, because it gives me like a time frame that I know that by the time I have to listen to this many songs, or by the time I finish listening to this tarot thing, it was 20 minutes. And it keeps me on track, because otherwise I get very distracted. Now, of course, there's adverts in between them. And I was in the shower and I just started, in my head, I started singing the Temu advert, because I've heard it so many times. 3 seconds later, the Temu advert comes on. It's that type of energy. Someone here has upgraded their 3rd eye, and they're claircognizantly going to know things before it happens. And I feel like there is somebody here from the past who's talking about this. They're talking about this change that's either come to you or is coming to you, because this number at the top as well is condensing down to a 5. That's about change. Oh, there's change and clarity. Something is being really cleansed out of your 3rd eye and out of your crown, because where I've put this card is on top of a big slab of selenite. There you go. And let me put this up here. I heard someone's guide say satin spar is not the same, and that's always been a pet peeve of mine, right? There was I don't know why I'm telling you this. Obviously someone needs to hear this, or this is confirmation for someone. There's a difference between satin spar and selenite. They have very similar compounds. I'm not an expert in crystals. I just know this. This selenite, can you see that it's completely see-through? It almost looks like quartz. It's not though, because this is very easily breakable. As you can see, one of them's already snapped off. This is selenite. The wands that you see, or the balls that you see, or the little dangly earrings that have like a cat's eye shine or sheen to them, that is satin spar. They're not the same thing. They are very similar. And if you use satin spar, yes, it will cleanse your aura. But if you use actual selenite, wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is like taking a bath for 2 hours, selenite, compared to satin spar, which is taking a quick shower and a quick scrub. I don't know why. I feel like someone here may need to get some satin spar or some selenite, or get both, because there's some sort of information. There's ancient knowledge. There's knowledge that needs to be passed down. She's holding a book there, a golden purple book. Now you've got strategy here. Strategy came out in reverse, and etheric chords. Okay, so whoever this is from the past, this energy of I don't know if this person is Caribbean, of Caribbean descent, of African descent. If they're just I think that they're a person, either a person of color, or they could be just a minority, an ethnic minority. And the reason I say that is because I'm thinking of that song that I was singing, and you know, everyone falls in love sometime, and it reminds me of being a kid and going to like weddings on that side of the family, my dad's side of the family, and you know, the music at the reception would be all soca and dance hall and all of that type of music. So I don't know if this person is they could be Jamaican, they could be Caribbean, they could be African, but they are an ethnic minority. And I don't know why is that important. Now you've got here etheric chords and strategy. They're talking about how to tie something to someone. They want to come with you. They want to come with this change that's coming in. They want to be there too. They want to be there too. They don't they haven't got a strategy, or they're talking about you not having a strategy for when this finances come in or this blessing comes in, and they want to come in too. They want to bind themselves to this change that's coming in. Because I'm going to reread that change card. The frequency of change supports our ability to gracefully dance with the forever changing nature of reality, both inward and outward, so that we can appreciate the sweet release of the old and the birth of the new. So yeah, they're trying to bind this. They want to come along. I keep hearing someone saying it's not fair. Something's not fair. What is that? What's not fair? 34, you are free and ready to express yourself spiritually at the moment. Self-expression and spirituality. They think it's unfair that they weren't able to bind something, or that you are free, you're liberated to be yourself. And people are, I'm seeing someone like applauding you, but like lots of people applauding you. And I don't know if that is your ancestors, or if you're going to do a TED talk, or if there's a celebration coming when it comes to prosperity, and how people are celebrating your uniqueness and your genuinity, and you just being your authentic self. And look at that. Shut the front door. What's she holding? Like a selenite ball in their hand. Okay, so if you don't have any selenite, or you don't have satin spar, you may be asked to get one, both. I don't know. It's up to you. There's clarity that's going to come through a crystal ball. How interesting. Sun, there's definitely illumination that's going to come to you. The creation of, the gaining of respect for or from things brought to life or light. Exactly. This is where this abundance comes in. Now, what is it that they're trying to do with these etheric cords, please? What's going on with this etheric cord? Scorpio and Cancer. So you've got intuition to protect, attitudes from the past about, resulting from the history of. This is what they're trying to bind. So they were trying to bind they were trying to bind to your sacral chakra, because that's to do with creativity as well. That also connects into your divine feminine, how you receive information, which then connects into your third eye, into your crown. This also could be a family member. And then you have a Scorpio here, the extraordinary power of prayer, the highest and lowest aspects of control the situation. Definitely wanted you to control, they definitely wanted to control the situation, or controlled how far you got. And then you have here, don't let your past hold you back, which is in reverse. Not there. Okay. Fragmentation in reverse, the thinking man in reverse. Show the world the real you. What do you need to release? This is all about healing and moving forward. I don't know if this is like a family member disapproving of your way of life, or the way that you style your hair, or what you speak on. I don't know if somebody here is, I heard devout Christian, and I don't know, maybe this family member isn't, or it's the other way round. And I heard kicking and screaming, something about, I'll take you away kicking and screaming, and it didn't happen. Now, fragmentation in reverse, this is about healing something, because fragmentation this way, when it's upright, is about, my understanding of this card is when something really painful happens to us, especially when we are younger, or in our younger years. And I say younger years because as we get older, we become more wiser, and the depth of our understanding of our emotional body becomes broader and more rooted in maturity, if that makes sense. So when we are younger, and when we're more volatile and fragile and kind of like lost in our egos a little bit, when we are children, when we are teenagers, when we're young adults, we're not really that grounded, because we're still looking for validation outside of ourselves to a most, because we still, even once you have gained emotional maturity, you still seek out your friends and ask them if you look good before you go out on a date, you know. But there's a difference between doing that and constantly looking for validation from others to build up your confidence. Now, something may have happened in the past that they were holding on to. A family member may have been holding on to this, but you've healed it. You've healed something within your mother's line, is what I'm hearing. So this etheric cord, that makes sense. The etheric cord is with a woman, and she has 2 children with her and a scythe. So they may have been trying to affect someone's fertility, or they may have bound to someone's fertility, and they don't want this to change. Now, fertility can literally be your actual womb, your seed, or it can be to do with how you create things or how you bring abundance in. You have the thinking man. This is about a truth coming out. This is truth coming to you in, I heard some of the quietest or the darkest of time. So it may be while you are sleeping that you get a download of some sort, and this is why you're being asked to get yourself some selenite and to sleep with it. You may actually get some... Do you know what as well? That's reminding me today, I bought this pendulum. I haven't had a pendulum in a really long time, and I just thought it was really interesting, right? So it's got chips of all different types. There's labradorite inside in that little cylinder. There's clear quartz and so on and so forth. And today I was just popping this little ball at the top to my eye and just looking at it as this, as the sun came through, like hits through it. Someone here needs a crystal ball, and I'm not talking about having to get a big weighty thing. I've got a couple here, and it can be as small as this one if I can get it out. Now I've tied it, and I'm going to take forever and like a fool trying to open it. But this one here, this is angel aura quartz. Someone may need something as small as this when it comes to a piece of selenite that they sleep with, because it's going to activate something in your third eye and your crown, and there's information that's going to be passed down. But this is like having a really vivid dream about the specific family member that has been plotting and doing something to try and either stop change or to be brought with you into your next timeline. You're going to see exactly who they are. You're going to hear a conversation, and you're being told to trust what it is that you hear. Okay, now I state that, but I always put cautions on those. If you are not taking your medication, if you do not feel like you are balanced, and you have a dream and it causes paranoia, remember, I'm not a doctor, please ensure that you are seeking out support. And I have to state that simply because otherwise, some people sometimes take what is said as gospel. As long as you are taking care of yourself and that you are of sound mind, when a dream comes through that is extremely vivid, and you see certain family members and they're having a conversation, or there may be a letter or something like that, pay close attention to what you see, what you hear, what you smell. And when you wake up, either write it down or have a voice recorder ready so that you can tap on it and just speak into that. And then later you'll be able to use this selenite ball to either clear yourself from that dream state and also clear any energy that they may be trying to attach. And you can use that to bring clarity in some way when it comes to your 8th house and Scorpio. Because this control this situation. Someone is definitely still trying to control a situation, even though this is old energy. Now the etheric cords being upright is telling me that they've tried to place some sort of, it's like an energetic cord or a binding or something along those lines. Now if that is not an actual etheric cord, even though it says it on there, then this is somebody binding themselves to another person so that they have to come along. They have to come along with them wherever they go. It's almost like putting handcuffs on another person, going, right, if you're going to work, I'm going to work with you. You need to go to the toilet, I'm coming with you. You need to sleep, I'm sleeping with you. We're doing everything together. You want to shower? I don't care, I'm getting in the shower with you. Show the world the real you and what you need to release. Full moon in Aquarius. So yeah, there is definitely this blessing coming in that is going to be in the form for someone here of networking. This is a massive change, because I feel like whoever it is that you're networking with is on the same vibration as you. And what I mean by that is, if you are, for example, interested in shamanism, you're going to start bumping into people who are either steeped in that heritage or steeped in that culture, or people who are connected to that. If you are, for example, interested in the esoteric, I don't know, runes and Nordic mythology, you're going to start bumping into people who have, Viking ancestry, or who live in certain places where the Vikings were, or who also practice and blah, blah, blah. There's something along those lines, and it's going to take, I heard all arrows or all paths lead home. This is taking you to your soul family. And it's someone that needs to continue doing a cord removal. Just do one every night, even if it's just a prayer or an affirmation. Maybe it's lighting a candle, whatever it is that you do. You're being told to repeat it. If you do not know how to do a cord removal, please have a look down below, because I have actually connected a couple on there. There's one that uses Reiki energy, and there is one that doesn't. It uses angelic energy. So you can choose between the two if that is something that resonates with you. Because this card saying, what do you need to release? There's definitely something that they're trying to attach either to your 4th house or your 8th house. 4th house or 8th house. And it's going through memories of childhood. They're trying to look at negative memories of childhood to connect something. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know, please? Thank you. Anything else? Thank you. 10th house has come out, rest and rejuvenation. The temple path is on its side, and then you have walking away. Responsibility, success, become a person of power and status. Rest and rejuvenation. I think this is also kind of like a side quest or side advice to ensure that you are taking time to create balance within your work life and your social life and your time, you know, me time. Because something's about to explode in a really good way. Either you're going to be having an increase in clients to your business, or you're about to network in a way that you'll be traveling or you'll be moving, or maybe you will be doing a TED talk for all we know. But things are going to move at a very quick pace. So there is a need to make sure that you are placing a routine and boundary in of resting when you are tired, if you can. So if you're working like a 60-hour week, ensuring that when you get home, you are taking time to have a bubble bath and sleep, and not just doom scroll on YouTube until it's 2 o'clock in the morning. This temple path being on the side though, this etheric cord is supposed to what? Knock you off your temple, off your temple path, by looking at childhood memories or childhood wounds. They want you to walk away from something or walk away from your inner child. Tell me about these etheric cords. Tell me about the etheric cords. Resistance to daughter spirit. Exactly. Okay. So they want you to resist your path. This is like a really old, this is an old story that keeps resurfacing. So they want you to resist responsibility, and actually it's like self-sabotaging yourself when it comes to your success, so that you do not become a person of power and status. They want you in your south node. This daughter spirit, there's a need to keep connecting and meditating, resting and sleeping, instructing your guides before you go to sleep what it is that you need from them. Do you want them to protect you? Do you want them to send you to a particular place, you know, so that you can, it could be a particular place on earth so you can help heal it through gridding. It could be that you want to go to the 9th dimension and meet your ancestors. Whatever it is that you feel that you need, there's a need to be quite vocal when it comes to your guides and your ancestors, because they're listening and they're waiting for instruction. The more that you're doing this, the more it's helping you to heal something when it comes to these etheric cords, because there's something hidden when it comes to the family, and I mean in the shadow rather than hidden out of sight. There's something big that has been healed. There's a massive, massive wound that has been healed, or is like 95% healed when it comes to either the mother line, the mother, the feminines in the family, expectations, matters of the heart when it comes to family, when it comes to love, when it comes to how you receive love or give love, people pleasing. That's been healed. That really, really has. And I keep hearing bravo, and again I'm seeing those claps, like someone, not even just one, so there's a group of people and energies that are really flipping proud of you. They're so proud of how far you've come, because I heard they know that it's been difficult. There is that one tiny little bit left that they want you to look at, because that's what this family member is hooking into. If you've been dreaming of family members that you don't speak to anymore, if you've been dreaming of exes that you do not speak to anymore, if you've been dreaming of just past energies or old karmic energies that you have gained closure from, but they seem to be cropping up in your dreams or just in your thoughts, oh my goodness, or just in your thoughts, for example, that mean the energy that I'm getting from that is that they are obsessively thinking of you at this time. And I was talking to the lady in the coffee shop near me, and we always talk about, like, you know, what energies are coming up and what's going on in my tarot reads. And what I have noticed is that there seems to be a lot of people who are dreaming of old energies, of old people, And it's also, even if this person isn't obsessively thinking of you, as your energy is moving further and further away from theirs, when it comes to changing, shifting into a completely different paradigm or completely different vibrational timeline, they're feeling this. Whether consciously or unconsciously, they're feeling this. Now that etheric chord, for some, it's going to be, I heard for a majority, this is set intention of I'm binding myself to you. For others, the set intention is still there, but it's not done with magic. It's done with, I'm going to figure out a way of legally binding myself to this person so that I have to go with them. And you have alchemy in reverse. So this person could definitely be sending evil eye. And for the rest of you, this is to do with somebody actually sending spell work and them going, I'm going to send this, or I'm just going to think about this person because I can't believe that they're going and I'm not going to be able to get this money, and rah, 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 and they're binding themselves. So this is the reason why I think your ancestors are very proud of how far you've come, and there's not that much left to do, is what I'm hearing. There's not much left to do. Blinded to pain and triumph of lies. Someone overcame their wound or is about to overcome some sort of trauma when they realized that they partook in believing an illusion when it comes to certain family members or their role within a family. So for example, if you are like me and you are the middle child and you have that middle child syndrome of feeling like you have to constantly please a mum, a dad, or whoever to be seen, there is a veil that will be removed. A veil was removed for me already when it comes to the relationships you have with your family members, be that mum, dad, auntie, uncle, siblings, what your role actually is compared to what it is that you thought you had to be to appease other people so that you would get attention or you would get love or you would get whatever that may be for you. This is about to come to light. This is what needs to be released. This is what needs to be released for someone here. And it says here transition and daughter romance. Interesting. Put it back, okay. So you have Aquarius here, your vision, what's new and different about, using an unconventional way, and then you have transition. The frequency of transition supports our deep understanding of the ever-changing nature of existence and our lives so that we can learn to let go, surrender to the process, and allow transition to occur with ease and grace. So there you go. So this is about how you surrender to where the chips fall. It doesn't mean that you have to cut that mum or that dad or that cousin or that auntie out of your life, because it doesn't, whoever this is that's sending spell work doesn't have to be the one that you are blocking yourself from. It can be other people. It's almost like the fallout of a volcano hitting, you know. That fallout can just be as deadly or as harmful as the lava itself. All of that ash, you know, they say that some scientists have said that the reason why when asteroids hit the planet and all of the dinosaurs were extinct, it wasn't because all of these volcanoes going off, they did, but it was because there was so much flipping molten ash that it blocked out the sun and everything died. All the plants died, the air wasn't breathable, and they slowly perished. So it wasn't even just the volcano or the meteorite, it was the flipping stuff clogging up the air. And it's the same here. You may have somebody in your family who's the volcano, right? The one that keeps sending and spewing lava towards you. But it's also, there's other people in the family unit or around you or around this person in the collective who's like the molten ash, who either sucks the air out of the room when they come into it, or just when you look back at your life and you look at the relationship that you may have had with this person, there was no equilibrium in how much was given and how much was taken, and it may have become the norm, because sometimes we do get comfortable in the uncomfortableness of our south node or just dysfunctionality, and we don't realize that we've normalized that because everybody else in the family has, or that other person has as well. So this person that you're being asked to either walk away from or to kind of take that blind off from, so that you actually see who they are and that they're unhealed, then you can make that decision to walk away or to limit your energy exchange with this person. You definitely have a family member, a different family member here who is, they've been pushing at this. That's very interesting. They've been pushing at this childhood wounding of wanting to be loved, or this childhood wounding of abandonment, or whatever that may be for you, hoping that you wouldn't release that you'd walk away from this. Because then they get to keep something. This transition, you're being asked to look at a new or different way of transitioning. So if you're used to being quite reactive with this person, with this family member, or just you're used to stonewalling them and just ignoring each other for days on end or whatever, you're being asked to look at a different way to kind of transition yourself from the timeline that you're in, where you share it with this person, to moving into a higher vibration. And to be quite honest, when it comes to whoever it is that's sending this ish towards you, removing that cord and then releasing what you need to release when it comes to whoever that family member may be for you, including this person that's sending it, may be enough for you to move on to the next timeline, if that makes sense. But there's a need to do it in a completely different way to what you would have done it before, especially if this person is very good at pressing buttons, especially if this person talks over you and you're always trying to, express yourself, or if this person doesn't give you eye contact when you're trying to connect with them. Whatever it may be for you and how you usually react, you're being asked to take a deep breath and just think of a different way. How can you transition out of the energy of tit for tat with this person? I'm not saying that you are doing tit for tat with this person, but someone's family member here, not the one that's sending all of this stuff, because that person is just absolutely feral. Why would you do that to your own blood? But this other person, whoever this other person is, it's almost like they don't realize that they're walking around with a permanent cloud over their head. They don't realize this, and they've just got so absorbed in the woe is me, I am a victim, everything bad is happening to me, not realizing that they're manifesting that ish towards them. So whenever someone who has a different vibration comes towards them, it really irks them. It really irks them because they can't place their finger on what it is when it's just different vibrations. But you're being asked to look at a different way of transitioning away from them, or to remove them from your life, or from your, I don't know, day-to-day ins and outs. What else do we need to... Tell me more about this family member that's trying to hold on. Yeah, this person's trying to keep their involvement hidden. And they're trying to resurrect something. Get to the heart of, do or die you must. Seek oneness with all there is. So this person is... They are really hell-bent on putting some sort of obstacle to your daughter's spirit, into the way that... in how you're going to resurrect some sort of gift that may have been dampened in the past. This is why selenite is really important. It's going to help cleanse you. Like sometimes I sleep with selenite because I know that it's going to be rough in the astral, or because there's a lot of things that need to be processed, and it helps to cleanse that energy, those emotions, all of that. Because it says here, consciousness in reverse. The frequency of consciousness supports our ability to focus our attention on all the multidimensional aspects that show up, so that we can include them in our reality, and it's upside down. So yeah, there's someone here does not want you to integrate a multidimensional aspect which may be coming through when it comes to the crown chakra. And that book may be knowledge on past lives. That book may be knowledge on multidimensional aspects of yourself, where there are wounds, how to heal those exactly, how to be able to close that book completely. Final chapter, done, the end. Anything else that I'd like to know about? Okay. So we have here, second chakra, Archangel Ariel. So this is to do with the sacral chakra. This is family again. And it says here for Uranus, stir up the situation by using, be open to new ideas about, and invent a way to. I feel like this is very much to do with learning exactly who is doing what and when, and I had behind your back. And we're always going to have like a rough understanding of what happened. Sometimes we know exactly what happened because family members can be really blatant. I'm taking you to court and you're not getting blah, blah, blah. But actually being handed like the evidence, or handed the documents, or handed whatever it is, or this download where you actually get to see exactly what was said by who and how things were twisted. There is a sense of validation, I think, that is missing from kind of having an idea or having an argument with somebody and then hearing from a friend, well, they said this, this and this. There's something permanent I'm getting, something permanent when it comes to this change. And I don't know who this is for. Someone is dithering in whether or not they should let a certain person back into their life when it comes to their family. And this is the reason why your guides, if that is what, if you're not thinking that, that's fine. This part of the message isn't for you. But if you are, this is the reason why your angels or your guides wish to give you information in such a candid way, so that you can see without a doubt, blindfold off what's going on, and not in a way to hurt you, and not in a way to go, look, I told you, but more so that you can see without negative or positive bias what actually happened. And really, these people have had how many chances over and over and over. The last cord needs to be removed and the door needs to be completely closed. I don't know who needs to hear that, but that was coming through. Appreciation and a fiery climax approaches. Okay. Whoever it is that's binding themselves to you, this family member, they're very angry that you get applause. They know that they know that you're protected by ancestors. Their ancestors too. Same ancestors that have probably walked away from them. Look, most definitely. Most flipping definitely. Surrender to the divine and secrets revealed is upside down. How interesting, because it says surrender to the divine with a full moon, and then secrets revealed is upside down, and then you have surrender again and bring love into the situation. So that is how, for those of you, the family member that is actually trying to bind themselves into this new change that is coming in for you. So they want to be, you know, they want to be, what's the word, handcuffed to you as you go through that door, through it. And I feel like someone is in someone's in a waiting room, or they're in a queue, just waiting for their turn, for that door to open. The door's open, and it's almost like waiting for your number 46, that's me, walking through. And this person wants to bind themselves, and they're doing this. The next full moon that we have, they want you to surrender to some sort of love spell that they're doing. But I don't feel, yeah, look, door to personal healing and happiness. I don't feel like it's a love spell like you are going to fall in love with me because this is a family member, and that would be flipping weird. This is more to do with forgiving them and going, oh, it's fine, my sister, my auntie, my brother, my cousin, it's fine. You can come with me, don't worry about it. It's all water under the bridge. Or I forgive you and I'm going to let you back into my life. And it's not saying that you shouldn't forgive. That's at your own pace, at your own time. But they want you to kind of lay down and be a doormat again. And I said again. So at some point, maybe someone felt a little bit like a doormat. Maybe somebody didn't have very strong boundaries. They want it to go back like that. They don't like the fact that you're healing things when it comes to family, when it comes to mother wounds, when it comes to appeasing. Secrets revealed. So they're going to do something on the full moon to block this knowledge. They don't want you getting this download. They don't want you getting this understanding. They don't want you to see things in layman's terms. Surrender. Bring love into the situation. And door to personal healing and happiness. And that's why someone here needs to get some selenite. I feel like if they are trying to send things or bind you, selenite is going to be really good at cleansing that away. It's not even about returning it to sender. It will just absorb it and transmute that into light. Selenite is so, okay, very beepy. Selenite is very, very good at cleansing other stones, at cleansing your aura, your energy. And it is a crystal that just keeps giving. So you can put it out in front of the sun, but it's not something that, I say sun rather than moon because I don't work with moon energy. But you don't have to do it every time that you use it. It's almost like an energizer battery. It keeps going and going and going and going. I think it's really good that someone uses that. And I saw someone's third eye covered with selenite. I don't know if someone needs to veil at the moment. If you don't know what veiling is, it's where you take a piece of, it could be a hat, it could be a baseball cap, woolly hat, it could be an Alice band, as long as you can fold it, and you want to fold that away from yourself, and you do that 3 times, turning it clockwise, fold, clockwise, fold, clockwise. And then you are going to pass either a candle or incense or sage or rosemary, anything that is cleansing and purifying in smoke form. And you're going to be bringing that round up and over, up and over, up and over. Pretend this is the hat that's been folded, yeah? And you're going to bringing it around clockwise, saying, this is my veil, my veil protects me, this is my veil protects me, this is my veil protects me. And for an added oomph, you then take a small piece of selenite and you pop that in. You can sew it into it if you need to, and then you wear that. And that protects the crown, the third eye, and sometimes the throat as well. And you will know when that is running out or when it's not working as well, because then you will start to feel the effects of whatever it is that's being sent, or whether you're walking into work and you know that it's going to be super stressy, and you pop that on and you just have a stronger energetic field around you, stopping other people's bad juju or thoughts or, you know, whatever's going on coming towards you. Someone needs to do this. Someone needs to do this pronto. And this is not me saying it in urgency to scare anyone. It's just to be prepared. Look at the bigger picture. But yeah. And then divine masculine is in reverse, and you and your loved ones are safe is in reverse, and throat chakra. Ooh, okay. So there is definitely a divine masculine here as well in reverse. So this is a toxic masculine. 2 2s in reverse. This person's very imbalanced. The frequency of divine masculine supports our strong, focused and active side, allowing it to express itself while helping us to bring our dreams and ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. Look at the bigger picture. There's a Sagittarius. Throat chakra's in reverse, and you and your loved ones are safe. This is why someone's been asked to use selenite, or someone's being asked to sleep with selenite or get a selenite ring or a necklace or something that you can carry around with you. And I don't say that as you now have a shield and that shield is what's protecting you, because you are the one that creates the shield. You're protecting yourself. I feel like I need to say that because at one point in my spiritual awakening, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize my own power. And I think a lot of us forget how sovereign we are, and that there is no stronger power than our own, because our energy is made out of God energy. It's made out of the universe. The universe, God, Allah, Vishnu, whoever you see as oneness of all, flows through us. So there's no energy stronger than our own. And someone needs to hear this. Do not cower behind crystals. Do not cower behind calling on angels. Know that you can work with them, so they're standing side by side with you rather than in front of you and you cowering behind, because this is what they want here. But there's definitely a need to keep cleansing, either doing chord removals, listening to sound bowls or seed sounds, cleansing out your space. Now, throat chakra is in reverse, and it says the frequency of the throat chakra, the blue flower of life, supports our self-expression and our sense of peace and balance, and it's in reverse. And then you have you and your loved ones are safe, new moon and Cancer, divine masculine here. And look at the bigger picture. Someone here has gone way too far and they've put themselves in danger. And I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about whoever this is that keeps sending stuff towards you. You have a toxic masculine here. Somebody who, because it says he supports our strong, focus and active side. This is somebody who wants, it's almost like an emperor in reverse. You have someone here who's either lost their job or likes other people to do things for them. They're quick to anger. And they've done something to put their family in jeopardy, or to put this family member in jeopardy, because they won't look at the bigger picture, and they don't like what you're saying, or they don't like how you express yourself. They don't like that you talk about healing, about rest, about rejuvenation. They don't like that you are an advocate for self-care and self-love. Emotions are running higher. This person doesn't like you. Remembrance. They're stirring something up. They may be advising this family member on what to do to stir up some sort of past wound. They don't realize though, right? You've already got the card that says what do you need to release, which come out right at the start next to cosmic power and walking away. There's obviously something that's being hidden in your shadow that you haven't seen yet, and that's absolutely fine. You know, when it's ready, it comes up. This person stirring it up and trying to find new ways to invent whatever to cause either a rift in the family with those of you who you speak to certain family members, or them trying to stir up this wound within yourself. They don't realize that they're doing you a favor. You were being asked anyway, you know, by the universe, what do you need to release? And these idiots over here are sending stuff to actually point to you to what it is that you need to release. Okay, thank you so much. Next. Emotions are running high. So they're going to be really upset. They're really upset that everything that they keep sending towards someone here keeps ending in you just growing, in you healing, in you flourishing. Remembrance coming out here. The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything we have gone through as a soul in body, providing us with the valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. This is what I mean. Everything that they are doing, if the hand of God or of universe is allowing it to your door, it's because it's for you, even though it's happening to you, and they're not understanding this. Through every reading that I have done for quite a long time, the people that are your adversaries or your foes or are trying to stop this change from coming in for you and they have such a linear way of thinking. They see it as, if I send this spell towards this person, or if I chat this person's name, or if I spill the tea on what happened to this person 10 years ago, it's going to hurt this person's ego. And they only think that because they sit in their own ego. They're not realizing that someone here in the collective has already healed from that and vibrated higher and higher and higher and higher. So whatever it is that they're doing, if anything, they're just opening the door for you even more. They're getting the key and they're actually opening up the handcuff and going, nope, I can't come with you. And you are getting to know yourself even more. Know thyself even more. Anything else? Grief. Bride in a cage. Yeah, look, they're sending stuff to someone's 6th house, to their work, to their creativity. They have not given up on this. Methods for the healing power of, the analysing of, resulting from the perfectionism of. And then you've got bride in a cage. Bride in a cage is either a love spell or a binding spell, which they're more or less the same thing, right? And then you have sun over here. They may have, and it's coming back to fertility, they may have tried to bind someone's fertility here, or try to bind someone's health. They want to keep you in fear or keep you in stress. It's almost like when, think of someone who has chronic pain. I used to have chronic pain. I used to have chronic pain every day, and I wouldn't be able to move my hips. It would take me ages to get out of bed. My knees were always swollen. My joints were always swollen. I'd wake up and my feet would be, aching. I'd have to wear special insoles. Like, it was ridiculous. And we forget that half of the things that hurt us or feel like they're hurting our bodies, we manifest ourselves. Now, that I'm not a medical professional. I can only tell you from my own experience and what I believe. Okay, so it's not fact. But we hold emotions in our body. We hold thoughts in our body. The more you tell yourself that you are ugly or that you can't do something because it hurts, the more that comes to be, the more you manifest that in, the more that actually imprints onto our bodies. Which is why when I am having a migraine or I am, having a flare-up of one of my autoimmune things, I say that I'm experiencing it. I don't claim that. That's not my energy. I am not claiming that. I no longer have chronic pain. I'm 40 and I feel better than I have in most of my life, seriously. Because it's about changing your mind. Of course, it's changing your diet, going to a doctor, getting diagnoses. But this energy here, they were trying to send something to your health. They may have sent something to your health in the past. They want you to feel uncomfortable in your own skin. This is why you've got the South Node in reverse. Or like, don't let your past hold you back, South Node. And then show the world the real you. They wanted you to be fearful of rejection or being laughed at or being mocked at for being yourself. But instead, someone here is being applauded for being themselves and going, hey, this is me. Sometimes I get flipping tired and I want to go to bed at 9 o'clock. Hey, this is me. Sometimes I want to do a run, but I can't because my toes hurt, or whatever that may be. And the more that you are doing this, or someone in the collective is doing this, the more you are bringing in or manifesting in this massive change and blessing. Because it's not just about sitting in your authenticity. It's about setting healthy boundaries. And you can always tell who it is that doesn't respect your boundaries by the ones who have a massive hissy fit because you've just said no, or because you've said, actually, I don't like that. And rather than going, oh, I'm sorry, that kind of energy. And this is what's happening with this family member. They can't believe that you've got through something and they're trying to stir something back up again. Because you've got grief here, you've got creativity coming out in reverse, a time to give rather than take. They wanted you to be small. Something to do with your 8th house is important. They wanted you to be small. They want you to stay small. And look at that, I open it and it says South Node. They wanted you to stay in your South Node. They wanted you to remember something from the past, or how it felt to be abandoned, to be left, to be rejected, to be to feel vulnerable, to feel betrayed. I don't know what this is. Now is not the time to reconsider. And then you have awakening here. They really, and look, happy family in reverse. They really wanted you to reject the thought of having a family. So let's say you've never had children. There may have been a massive portion in someone's life where they didn't want to have kids. I don't want to have them. I don't want to have them. I don't want to have them. And now someone does. Or now I don't know what this is. I don't know if somebody didn't want to have children and they had children, and you had a family member here trying to stop you from conceiving, because it's coming back to fertility again. Why? Because look, this awakening here, she's pregnant. They're trying to bind to someone's sacral chakra again. Happy family in reverse, divine feminine in reverse, shut the front door. So now we've had both of them come out. The frequency of the divine feminine supports our receptive, nurturing and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all of creation. This is not just about fertility and giving birth to a child. This is about our connection to Mother Gaia and to the cosmos, to God, to the universal source of all, and how we get our downloads, how we connect. And that's why you are about to get these massive downloads. It's going to tell you who is exactly friend, who is exactly foe, who it is that you need to be locking off, who you need to be getting closer to, what opportunities are coming for you. And you've got here the 4th chakra Archangel Raphael as well coming out. That's amazing. Lots of love coming in. I just keep hearing someone get a crystal ball. Get a crystal ball. 777. I have not shuffled those. I have not snorkels. I haven't shuffled these yet, so I'm going to shuffle them now. Let me see. What's that one first? 17. Peace and love for all. Share your positivity with friends and family. Yeah, but this is what I mean. So they wanted you to share your positivity with them, with whoever this family member is. That's why they were doing some sort of love binding spell to have you like peace and love for all. I'll give some to you. It's time to give rather than take. I'll give you all of this. I'll give you all of this. I'll stay in grief. I'll stay quiet. Shut the front door. My goodness. 19. Self-determination. You are a risk taker and want to achieve things by yourself. But you were able to do something by yourself. You were being protected. Angels were protecting you, and you also have ancestors that want you to know who you are, like who you were in past lives, what your purpose is if you don't know it completely. Because some people have double missions, you know. Some people have only one, and some people have two, and they want you to meet up now with your soul tribe, because it's ready. The time is now. The time is now. You got your first house immediately. What I just say is time is now, right? The way you project yourself, do it on your own. Did we not just get one saying about being a risk taker and wanting to achieve things by yourself? Oh my goodness. Let me see. Let me get one more. 32, positive outlook. You're in a good place at the moment. Yes, I love that. I absolutely love that. Anything else that we need to know before I go, please and thank you? Anything that I need to know, please and thank you, please and thank you. Oh, number 33 and 1010. Oh my goodness. It says here, focus on humanitarian issues. It's thought to bring a heightened intuition and a focus on higher beings and can help you be more introspective. And 33 or 333 is about Ascendant Master, so you may have one coming through. And I just keep thinking of Jesus coming through. It may be Jesus coming through for one of you. Maybe Jesus has a message. Now 1010 here says good health and harmonious living. This mirror hour could mean positive life changes on their way for you. And we started with change as well, didn't we? I'm going to leave it there. I really hope that gave you some confirmation and clarity on what you already intuitively know. If you are new to my channel and this resonated and you would like to see more, I would love you to help me like, the subscribe and the notification bell so you can see just that and when I post. And if you are a returning subscriber, soul family, love you guys. I will see you in the next one. Do not get scammed by people pretending to be me. Just block and report them. And thank you for letting me know when they are coming in the comment sections and just being arse hats. I love you guys. I'll see you later. Bye.